Welcome investors! Today I'll answer 3 of your comments because under my previous video about when to sell the stocks of gold, silver and uranium, you made some comments and questions, and 3 of those questions I would like to answer today. So the first comment which I would like to answer will be about bonds. The second will be about DPLO, the small uranium company, and the third one will be about me making video when I will be selling my gold, silver and uranium stocks. So let's start. First comment is made by Kerbal Space, and he's saying, if bonds made you some good money, why don't you invest in them anymore? I don't even really know what the bonds are. Kerbal Space. I did have some bonds on the beginning, I would say, when I started investing. That was more than, I would say, 10 years ago. For 10 years, I have the bond fund. I did not have individual bonds. I did have something which is called intermediate term treasury Vanguard bond fund, and the number of the fund is 0035. I remember this because I have them for, like I said, around 10 years. It is a fund which requires minimum $3,000 to open. And it is not a really big fund. I think total market cap is like around $7 billion. So basically what it is the package of US Treasury bonds put together, and Vanguard offers this as a fund. It's similar thing to ETFs which you have right now. I'll post the link to this fund. It is really one of the best funds if you want to pick something between long-term bond fund or short-term bond fund. Intermediate, the maturity time is around 5.5 years. So that's what I have for many years. And what is the bonds? First of all, you also ask. Bonds, basically, this is a debt, and it could be a debt of the companies, and it could be a governmental debt, could be municipal debt, and basically these debts are being sold so the government or companies or municipalities can have money to raise money for some projects. And if you put together all those packages, those bonds, then you have the funds. Like I said, for 10 years I have this bond fund, and at the same time I started learning about the stocks, and over time I became greedy because I learned that instead of having 2-3% from the bond fund, I can have 20% from the stocks or I can have minus 20% if you invest in the wrong company. But I just saw bigger potential, of course more risk in the stocks, and I decided to dump all my all my bonds and decided to invest everything into the stocks. So that's what I did around, I would say, like 10 years ago, something like this, something between 10 or 15 years ago. I just decided to dump my bonds and go with the stocks because I'm honest with you, I became greedy. So that is the answer to your question about the bonds, why I'm not investing anymore in bonds, because basically they bring very low return, but they are more secure, of course, and more they're basically safer. With the stocks you can go down to zero if company goes belly up. So basically that's the answer to your question. I hope this answers your question. The second comment is about Deep Yellow company. It is small uranium company, and comment is made by Armando Orlando, and he's saying, thank you, great video, hope you talk soon about Deep Yellow company. Deep Yellow is the company where Jack Borshow is. This man inspired me at the beginning to invest into uranium. First I found him, I found some informations about him. I started listening his interviews, and I read the story about Paladin, where he took the company almost from like $2-3 million to $4 billion. And I also found something which is called nuclear market cycles chart, and this is really amazing, and everybody who is interested in uranium market has to see this, because this is like an essence of the knowledge about uranium. You have basically uranium cycles starting from Cold War, and uranium development stimulated by military. Then you have commercial use, and then you have China coming to the picture. Of course, this chart has much more details. I want you to analyze this chart if you are interested really in uranium. Basically, I will say briefly what it does. It shows you that uranium, the same as regular stock market, goes in cycles. And right now we are approaching slowly, very slowly, the bull market in uranium industry. So I'll post the link to this chart, and please take a look at this, because it is really fascinating. And speaking about Deep Yellow, it is a company where Jack Borshow joined them, and it is a really small company. Market cap is around $160 million, but the company has amazing balance sheet. Company has only around $400,000 debt and has around $8 million cash on hands. You don't see many small companies this size with this amount of cash on hands. Company is not producing anything yet. They are in the early stage of developing the projects, but I really see the bright future for them. So this is really, I think, good company to invest. Me personally, I did not invest into Deep Yellow, but I am considering investing. Why I didn't invest in Deep Yellow? I picked up bigger players. I picked up Energy Fuels, and I picked up the Cameco, because I wanted to have more security that my investments are going to pay off. But I look into the balance sheet of Deep Yellow before this video, and I found out about this, what I told you, that they have really strong balance sheet. And I have in my portfolio $8,000 just sitting and doing nothing, and I might consider buying the shares of Deep Yellow, because eventually, like I said, we will have the bull in uranium industry. If you take a look at this chart which Jack Borshow created, and he's a real legend, he's a real pro, and he knows what he's talking about. You will see that this is inevitable. And right now in the world we have some signals. If you look at this, what's happened a couple weeks ago in Texas, poor Texas, they got crippled. Why they got crippled? No energy. They don't rely completely on wind, on solar. Everything of course froze. Even their nuclear facilities got crippled because water froze. But this event will slowly push the uranium energy into the attention of politicians and everybody who is at power, because uranium is 24/7. So those kind of events, I'm looking in those kind of events, no one really say loudly, oh, that, you know, we gotta start doing the nuclear power because everything got crippled in Texas and uranium only can save us. But you know what? On the longer run, I believe that those people who are in charge, they will come to this conclusion. And I want to be a couple steps ahead of them. I want to think about this now, what they are gonna think in the future. If you catch this earlier, then of course, if you invest in uranium, and when this time comes, when they realize that uranium is the thing to go, you're gonna make some nice profits. So I'm looking for those kind of events in the world, and this unfortunate thing which happened in Texas, I have to say it's fortunate for the long future of uranium, in my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section if you agree with me about this. But that's my take about this. So, like I said, Jack Borshow, take a look at this chart of these cycles in uranium, and you will see clearly. You don't have to be really smart. You don't have to have a high IQ, which I don't have. It's simple. It's very simple. We have Fukushima. Everything was shut down. A lot of nuclear power plants were shut down, but now slowly we are coming back. Where do you think all this electricity is gonna come from for all these cars which Elon Musk is building? if we are supposed to have all the electric vehicle in the future, the electricity is supposed to come from somewhere, yeah? And we'll need much more. And third comment is made by Yanahan 1023, and he's saying, I have heavy position on gold, silver and uranium. Could you make a video when you are going to be selling them? You know what? I have also very heavy position on gold, silver and uranium. So we are both at the same situation. Yeah, I will make the video about this when I'm gonna be liquidating my speculative stocks. But I want to tell you a couple things, which I tell this very often. First of all, I'm very simple, low intelligence investor, okay? So don't rely on my videos. When I'm gonna be selling, then you're gonna be selling. Absolutely not. Because it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. Of course, when I'm gonna be selling, I'm gonna try to pinpoint this time. So I don't leave any money on the table. Any money, not even a dime. I'll try to do this really hard. I'm gonna be patient, and I don't think with gold and silver is coming within next 5 years. I'm ready, 5, even 10 years, because Federal Reserves are trying to keep the interest rates low. So they want to keep the inflation low, but eventually they will be forced by the market to increase those interest rates. And that's what I'm waiting for this time. I'm waiting for this time. Even if my gold and silver stocks quadruple or tenfold and the inflation doesn't go up, I'm not selling. I'm not selling, because that will be not the time which I would think that is the peak. I'm waiting for the peak. I'm waiting for the inflation to start kicking in. And it will eventually. It will eventually. A lot of economists, all those talking heads on TV, on YouTube, they say, oh, right now, low interest rates, that is a permanent state of the economy. Absolutely no. There is nothing permanent in economy. How do I know? Hyman Minsky. Stability leads to instability. That's it. That's it. Just this sentence, okay? Stability leads to instability. So right now we have stability in interest rates, which is building big instability in the future. And I'm waiting for this time. I'm waiting for this time. Interest rates going up like in 80s, then that will be indication for me to sell my gold stocks. And you know what? Even if it's gonna take me 10 years, I'll wait for this time because I don't need this money which I have in gold and silver. That is another point which I want to tell you. I have this comfort that I don't really need this money, and I hope you do too. Because if you have some kind of pressure, you might sell prematurely. The best idea is that leave this money, watch the market from the side, let it go for 5-10 years, and then you will make a killing if the inflation starts kicking in. So that is, I know it's vague what I'm talking about. I don't give you any dates like, hey, 2023, 15th of March, we're gonna be selling. No, it's all fluid, it's all in emotion, but general direction, general indication would be the inflation. Inflation, and it will come eventually. That is my point. And of course, another thing is the mining clock. I'm sure you saw mining clock in a couple of my previous videos. Mining clock by the guys who manage the assets for mining executives. They created mining clock. That tells you when to buy, when to sell. Right now we are at the time of buying, 6:30. When it hits, I think between 10 and 12, that's gonna be the selling time. So I'll also consider the mining clock when selling my gold and silver positions. Speaking about uranium, also I'll make the video, but this will be connected with price of uranium. Now it's around $20 and the change, uranium price, spot price and long-term price. Within next couple of years the contracts for uranium are expiring, and the utility companies, they have to come to the market and start renewing the contract. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. Just in US you have 20% of energy coming from nuclear, so it's not possible that they will just not renew the contracts. They have to renew those contracts. They have to come and buy this uranium from mining companies. And when they start to renew these contracts, the price will go up. But again, I'm not gonna, jump really quickly. If the price goes up, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be very, very patient. Why? Because a long time ago I heard something, I think Warren Buffett said, or Charlie Munger said, those two guys, great guys, really, really heroes. They said that the investing is not about constantly buying, selling, It's about sitting on the sideline and observing what's going on. And you don't have to be right all the time with all the stocks. It's good enough if you hit couple of them, but you hit them right. That's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be sitting on the sideline and watching the market, uranium market, going up. If it goes crazy, absolutely crazy, and I wait, then I'm gonna be selling. Again, this what I said is very vague, no exact dates. I'm not giving anything specific, but honestly no one will be able to give you any specifics. But on another side, if you keep diving every day into the market and read a lot of articles, I think this is not good. This is not good because you read a lot of opinions. Everybody has a different opinion in their mind, and you might get tempted to sell prematurely, or you won't see the bigger picture of entire situation. So what my recommendation is, just don't follow on a daily basis the news about certain market, generally about the market. I don't do this. It's not like I don't even like this. I don't even like doing this like on a daily basis, checking market, checking what's going on, if the market is going up. I recently, when I started making this channel a couple months ago, sometimes I see under my, oh, sorry, that's my phone. Gotta start wrapping up. When I started making these videos, sometimes under the videos, I see the comments that some of you say, "Oh, market is going down today. There is, something going on." And that's how I find out how the market is doing, because I don't check personally on a daily basis how the market is doing, because I just don't want this daily news to pollute my mind. That is my take. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope those 3 comments I answered to them properly to you. If you have more questions, please let me know. If you like this video, hit the thumb up, subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends, and like always, take care about your biggest asset in your life, your health. Have a great day.